That's a first down.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Wright Athletic Podcast, where we highlight high school athletes, their endeavors, and everything that they got going on. Today, we have three special guests today. We have Spencer Welch from Rittman. We have Odin Weirick, or what I was saying earlier was Weirick, from Rittman as well, two baseball players. And then we also have Coach Joe Staley as well. So, guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming. We always appreciate having athletes from different schools come in. And now that we're getting into springtime, we get to finally have some baseball players on. So we'll start with the two players first. I always like to ask, the athletes we have on here, how'd you get into baseball? Same thing with I ask with the wrestlers, how'd you get into wrestling and all that. So whoever wants to go first, just let's start from the beginning. Where did baseball and the journey begin?
I kind of started baseball just playing like t-ball. My brother is a few years older than me, so he played baseball, so I guess he kind of inspired me to play baseball too. So I picked it up since I was a kid and kept playing it until now.
Are we talking like as early as possible, or?
As far as I can remember, I've been playing baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I've been playing since as long as I can remember. I've played for quite a few teams here and there. But, I didn't really have anyone. I don't have an older brother.
Yeah.
But I have a younger brother. But I've never really had anyone who's, really inspired me to play baseball.
Kind of been that guide. Yeah. That guide. Okay. Coach, what about you? Because you're not going to get away from this either. So where did baseball start for you?
I started playing, I think when I was 6 years old. My dad was my coach. Coached me through hot stove. And then when I played in high school, had Mark McLean, good dude. He was a social studies teacher. He was everybody's favorite teacher, everybody's favorite coach. Kind of learned at that moment of, hey, I kind of want to do the same thing he does. Went on and played in college for a couple years until an injury put me out. And as soon as I could get into coaching, I did. I was actually fortunate enough to become the head baseball coach at Rittman. My first season was in 2006, so this is year 21 for me.
Whew,
and been doing it ever since.
Long time.
My son is in third grade, 9 years old, so if I can make it 30, that'll be his senior year.
Awesome.
And maybe have a swan song that's
a good goal. That's a good goal to have. So are you a Rittman grad as well?
I am.
Awesome.
I'm a Rittman
grad. Awesome.
Been there my
I'm
whole
trying
life,
to think.
So.
I forget who else we had on, or I think they might not have been on, but I think it might have been when we had the Medina wrestlers. Their head coach was also Medina grad, and it's always nice, actually, and so was Barberton. It's always awesome to see somebody who was born and raised in the area. You have that opportunity of going out, seeing the world, exploring the world, and nobody says that you're not, but it's awesome that people want to come back and not just give back to their community, but they want to coach in their community too.
I had the opportunity to leave a couple times and just couldn't do it. It means more to win in your hometown. It really does.
Good. That's all. That's good. So you guys start baseball. What kept bringing you back for more other than just kind of having fun? Do you remember a certain game, a certain season where you were just like, I love this?
It's okay. You guys can tell them it's because of me.
Yeah.
For me, it was I guess the feeling of my bat hitting the ball when I got a clean barrel on a ball, it was just a feeling like no else. So I guess that's what kept bringing me back to the game.
Yeah, that's a heck of a feeling too. I know that. Yeah, that feeling is just crack a frozen rope left or right field, or even better, over the outfielder's head because they weren't expecting it.
I would say for me, probably some of the friends I've made throughout playing through, all my career. I have friends from all over, and also my dad, he was an assistant coach for my coach pitch team I played for, and I was able to hit a home run off of him, which is something we still have the ball.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
He signed it and everything, so it's at our house, which is pretty cool moment for me, which is kind of why I'd like to stay, because I want to have more things like that.
Awesome. So as you guys came up through playing T-ball and coach's pitch and kids pitch, did you guys ever get any opportunities to play on any travel teams or anything like that?
I've played on a lot of travel teams. I've played on travel teams ever since I really since I could.
Since you could.
Yeah, because my one buddy's dad, he started his own program, so I played for them for a few years, played up some age groups to get more experience, and moved around a few different times. But yeah.
What's the atmosphere like compared to kind of like your traditional community rec league baseball and then transition into travel team? Is it tougher? Is it a little bit more strict with like practice? And again, I'm not saying that, the community baseball, nobody takes it serious, but travel baseball, it costs money. Tournaments cost money. You're traveling. Sometimes you're staying at hotels and stuff like that. So how different is that compared to just like your traditional community baseball?
I'd say it's definitely more like strict, especially like practices. I feel like they're more tighter kept. Like if someone's doing something they're not supposed to be, I feel like even like coaches, maybe even players at times are more like on them. And because we're paying like close to like $3,000.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, and we're not just there to just mess around and stuff. Like we want to win, so it's definitely harder. I feel like there's better competition, but there's times where there's like at school ball, like you're gonna find teams that might even be better than some of the teams you face.
Yeah.
Like when we play Waynedale, like they've won state 3 years.
3 of the last 4.
Yeah, 3 of the last 4 years. So
Now, was that like a Waynedale travel team, or was that just
just
their high school varsity?
Yeah.
So they don't even pick and pull from other areas. They're just one cohesive group.
Yeah, I played a travel team this year that actually had quite a few of the Waynedale kids on it, and they were really good.
Yeah, where's Waynedale at? Help me out geographically.
Apple Creek.
So that's not far from here, right?
No.
Okay. What is it about them where they just got that that homegrown talent?
They just I don't know. They just find people each year that just somehow
just keep
like 90
they
miles
play
an
it
hour.
and they play it all year round.
Do they really?
Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
not a lot
Most
of their
them, that's all
baseball
they
kids
do.
play, other sports. For us, Odin's a 3-sport athlete. Spencer's a 2-sport athlete. Most of their kids are.
How do you guys? That's actually a good transition too. Is baseball is such a technical sport. You can have a lot of great raw talent, but you can be the biggest, strongest, fastest guy, but if you can't swing a bat properly, if you can't field a grounder properly, if you can't catch a pop fly properly, how important is it for not just a great, raw, talented athlete to go out there and play, but how important is it for that technique as well? Because I know that's one thing I think a lot of people misconstrue with football is with baseball. It's like they see the action going on and they don't understand like the small intricate aspects of it. So what do you guys, in terms of the technique base of baseball, like what do you have to say about that?
I would say it's extremely complex because I also play golf in my free time, and that's that's a hassle.
That's how he gets out of slumps.
Oh,
he goes
yeah, there
against
you
the
go.
golf
Yeah.
ball.
Go to the driving range.
That's what I do.
But for baseball, there's so many different things you have to think about when swinging a bat or pitching or fielding a ground ball. It's just all of collective things that go into it that take time and energy.
Well, not only that too, it's that the situational awareness as well. Like, do we got a man on first and second, just a man on second, or we got a guy on third? All that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, like being able to adjust like on the fly when you go early thinking of fastball, then you see curveball, being able to recognize it and then change.
Well, and we didn't even bring that up. Then there's not just fielding but batting too, and recognizing that pitch, and you have like not even a second. Probably what, about a second to 2 seconds to make that decision on what you're going to swing at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mental aspect of baseball is just completely different from.
What are some of the things you guys do in the off season to kind of keep yourself from getting rusty with baseball? Since you guys are, what you said, 3-sport and 2-sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For my travel team, we kind of practice like basically all year round until high school starts, because then you can't play for a travel team. But I mean, for my travel team, I'll still throw like bullpens and stuff, so work on pitches, and then like we'll do a bunch of tee work just so we can really work on our fundamentals, and then we'll go against like our teammates and go against live pitching just so we can still know what it's like to face an arm. Even, I mean, it might be a teammate, but it's still gonna help.
Yeah, it's still live action. Coach, what are some of the things that you do with your program, especially since if kids are doing, football in the fall, wrestling in the winter, and then coming into baseball season, what are some of the things, tricks of the trade that you do to help keep kids from getting rusty?
It is difficult at a small school like ours. I'd say 90% of our team is a 2 or 3 sport athlete, which is also a great thing. When I went to Rittman 30 years ago, I played 3 sports too. That was just, you did that because I don't know what else you'd have done. You know what I mean? And for us, I mean, these guys know I try to promote it. I tried to tell him to play football 4 years. I just couldn't get it to happen. But regardless of it, we do. My assistants are great. They'll run hitting on weekends for me, like on Sundays. And then I have one other assistant who used to be a head coach at another school. He was actually the head coach that I replaced at Rittman when he left to go to another. He's now back, and he's one of our assistants, and he opens the gym up at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday, so they can go in and get early hitting in the morning. We try to just have some Sundays for them because obviously, both of these boys played basketball. They're practicing 6 days a week. It's hard to grab that. And in a small school like ours, we don't have an indoor facility, and our batting cage is in our middle school gym, in which we got middle school basketball practice in there till 7 every week. So, but we try to make it work the best way we can and try to catch them up as quick as we can too, for those that are 3 sports and can't be there. But for the most part, we hit on Sundays or hit in the mornings.
Awesome. So. Sounds like you guys do a lot, and you try to put it out there a lot for kids in the off season as well.
Yeah.
So we're talking high school baseball. You guys have any, and they can be college players and they can be pro players, because the last couple of years I've gotten really into watching college baseball. And as much as I hate to say it, it's been the SEC.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some really good baseball down there, but do you guys have any specific players that you guys, I don't want to necessarily call a role model or somebody that like you look up to, but you're a fan of, you actually, I guess I will say kind of like a role model, like, hey, I don't want to be that guy, but I want to be like that guy.
I like Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
Because
that's a great guy. That's a great one.
He does it all,
Yeah.
He can hit, he can pitch. And then I like Judge just because he can hit really well. That's who I like to watch.
I think he gets a lot of hate because he's a Yankee.
Yeah.
Which,
if he played anywhere else,
I was going to say, if he played anywhere else, he would be everybody's number one, which I still like him regardless of him being a Yankee or not either. But he is. Yeah, he's big, powerful, and he's a great fielder too. He had an awesome throw in the what was it? The
World Baseball Classic.
The World Baseball Classic. Threw that guy out from third.
Yeah.
Spencer, what about you? Who you got?
I'd say role model for me would be like Ichiro Suzuki.
Okay, a little bit old school. That was some of my younger years watching him.
His ability to hit the ball extremely well, just putting it in the gaps, kind of describes how I play.
Okay. So I got to ask you guys, since you're baseball players too, is how does Ohtani do it? Like, how is he such a prolific pitcher and a prolific hitter all at the same time? Because that really, truly, like, you never saw that until he came on the stage and did it. Is it just kind of how he practiced growing up? Like, do you guys have any insight on that?
I think it's a big part of how he grew up, because I feel like over there where he's like in Japan, you pick a sport and you really stick with it and you do it all year round. You really work on it, especially on like the small, like nitty gritty stuff. Like some people hate like tee work and stuff like that, but I bet he does that every day,
thousands,
probably multiple times,
tens of thousands of reps. Coach, what's your input on that? I mean, because not that you guys don't have experience over there, but you're the coach.
Yeah.
You got the secret recipe. What do you see out of him that's just makes him so prolific?
The thing that's the most crazy is I don't think people understand in the major leagues, if you're a pitcher, the amount of work that goes into being a pitcher anymore. I mean, when they say every 5th day, those 4 days in between, they're not just hanging out
Yeah.
and resting.
Yeah,
Like, there
yeah,
is
yeah.
so much work that goes into being able to be ready to throw that 5th day, and the fact that he's still able to DH or play the outfield, whatever he's doing, and still get all of his hitting in. Like, the amount of film work that he has to go through with his scouting department is probably super intense. And I still fall back to the mental aspect. Like,
Yeah.
baseball is such a mental game, and for him to be like, maybe one night somebody gets him and he goes 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, but then he's got to pitch the next day and hit.
Yeah.
On the mental side, to be able to flip that and go out and dominate and throw 10 Ks in 5 innings and go 2 for 3 with a homer.
It is
It's
wildly
crazy.
impressive. So his strengths are pitching, batting. What are your guys' strengths? Make you think for a second.
I think I feel like most of the time I'm able to keep like a level head most of the time when I'm out there. Like, even if like something goes wrong, I feel like I'm not gonna just get down on myself and just like kind of give up. Like, I feel like a lot of people do when something goes bad. So I feel like I keep a level head most of the time, which helps me stay focused and like play to the best of my ability.
I'd say what I do best is I'm like scrappy out on the field. I get on base a lot. I got hit by 17 pitches last year.
Gee,
He's already been hit twice.
My
in our-
God.
Twice in our
you're not
scrimmages,
leaning
so-
into him, right?
I just
Okay.
don't move.
Yeah, he
Hey,
does.
And I don't have a problem with it because it's a free base.
yeah.
So that's probably what I do best.
All right. So now, what is something that you're working to improve on this year?
For me, it would be like exit velocity off the bat. I want
Okay.
to hit a home run, so that's basically all I'm working towards.
Very nice. So what are some of the things that you train on to improve that?
I'd say like explosiveness, so like doing weightlifting or exercises that promote that, and
Okay.
just staying relatively healthy, like lifting. I lift like 5 or 6 times a week.
Nice. Odin, what are you trying to improve this year?
Probably I would say like pitching. I want to try and get more velocity, just because I don't throw very fast.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, you told me off camera you got good junk though. So
yeah, that's what I do, throw good junk, but I want to be able to maybe like help defer my like speed. Like, when I throw a curveball and a fastball, I want it to be more of a difference in speed.
almost mimic each other in a way.
Yeah, because right now they're not. There's not much difference. But I mean, it's all just like working out, finding lifts that are gonna help like promote that. Like, a lot of things with like, especially like hitting and pitching.
Yeah.
It's a lot of core work. So having like a good strong
Ooh, I like
core
that core work. Yep.
Yeah, good strong core is really gonna help, especially like in hitting when you're trying to get through a baseball.
So being seniors this year, how important is it for you guys to not only perform on the field, but to be leaders for your teammates as well?
I'd say it's pretty important. I mean, me and him both, we don't talk a lot. We're more of kind of like a silent leader, I guess.
Lead by example,
Yeah,
though? Okay.
That's kind of how we do it. We both need to work on being more vocal, because other than us, there's not too many other people on our team that are really going to be able to, I guess, lead. As like maybe they can later, but probably not this year.
Spencer, what about you?
I'd say during my high school baseball career that we've had seniors that have not been the greatest leaders for us, not the greatest role models. So I try to use what they did wrong to better our freshmen and upper comings to be better.
Coach, how are you helping guide them to be great leaders?
Well, tried to get him on here so they had to actually talk.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
you guys are doing a great job so far.
I keep a pretty open dialogue with these guys. They know I'm not one of the yellers and screamers type. They know that if I mean business, I mean business.
Yeah.
They understand that, but I'm more of the, hey, we'll have an open dialogue. I'll go up and arm around. I need you to maybe take so-and-so under your wing today, help them out. I need you to make sure that you're helping out in this drill. Or, we try to put a lot on their shoulders. We separate them in groups, try to give them people to help mold. We've got a freshman that's pretty good this year, and he's going to start at shortstop for us. And because of that, Odin is our second baseman. We've kind of sent him with him every day in the groups because, we need the cohesiveness of our short and second baseman, but also I need Odin to pass down to him how we expect things to be done, and we've got some young guys another freshman that's starting at first, another one that's in the outfield. And, we're asking these guys, just, hey, show them how things are done. When I say it's time to end practice, be the first one over there cleaning things up, or, hey, be the guy that doesn't need to be told what to do next, or I shouldn't see you standing around when we're hitting. They both talked about T work. T work is very important. We do a ton of T work at practice, and T work's boring.
Yeah.
But
it's not the funnest thing, but
it's good that my seniors are right up there. They're taking their hacks, they're taking it serious and showing these younger guys, like, listen, like this is what you got to do if you want to be the better hitters.
So it sounds like you guys are lead by example leaders,
Yeah.
which I think sometimes can be the best type of leaders because, you can only say so much to teammates, but then when they actually see it in the field, that's when it really kind of clicks for some of the players. What's the pressure like for you guys from freshman, sophomore, junior, all the way up to senior year? What's the pressure like when you guys step up to the plate, regardless of the situation, whether it's top of the first, no outs, you're the first leadoff batter, or it's bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases loaded, and you need a run to win?
For me, I don't really feel that much pressure. I know I have a job to do, and that if I do it right, they'll lead to wins during the season.
Honestly, there's definitely pressure, but it's like how you handle it. Cause I know like freshman, sophomore year, for me, I definitely like let it get to me a little bit, and then I'd start thinking when I'm in the box and trying to guess and rushing things that I really don't need to rush, and then I'd be fine if I just sit back and just like let my mechanics and fundamentals that we work on every day really just do the work for me. So like these past couple years, it's definitely been more like just being more clear-headed and like mentally ready in the box is really helpful.
Is it kind of realizing to trust yourself in that moment a lot of the times?
Yeah.
Like, like, hey, like I got 2 strikes on me. Don't switch up your swing. Hey, you always stand here in the box because this pitcher does this. Just stick with it. Like trust the process type attitude.
Yeah, it's just like that because you have to be able to adjust, but you don't want to change anything. You just have to be able to trust that that what you're doing, and that if you stick to it, it's gonna work out.
Coach, how do you get these guys ready for the big moment?
I just try not to put the pressure on them. Yeah. I still remember like when we're talking about pressure moments, I think back to both of these guys' freshman year. They both started or were subbed in at some point in their freshman year. Our sectional final game, Odin actually had the go-ahead RBI against Loudonville to give us the lead in the 10th inning, in which we went on to districts that year. For him, I still think his probably biggest pressure at bat was his first at bat in the district final last year. We're facing a kid from Lake Center, committed to Ohio State, throws 95. And, we worked on it for one day at practice because that was the day we had in between. And, as a coach, I'm sitting there thinking, God, we just get one hit today. We're facing who's throwing 95. And he takes the first pitch and hits it through the left side.
Nice.
Base hit. And shows excitement over there. And I told him, I said, that's the first time I've seen you let any emotion show, in 3 years. And I'm hoping to see that more this year. But like, they've both been in it and they know, like, I don't come up and be like, oh, I need you right now.
Yeah.
They know, like, I'll come up and just be like, hey, here's what pitch we're looking for. We're sitting fastball. If you get the curve, we're taking it the other way. I just try not to tell them, something that's going to make them feel the heaviness. try to just take it away from them, the pressure off of them, let them know, hey, like, we're just let it rip, let it eat, let's have fun. That's what we're here for.
Well, that's awesome. Again, leading by example. You got a guy going to Ohio State, throws mid-90s. I'm sure there's kids on the team that are like, this could be a long day. This could be a 3-up, 3-down day. And then they see you come out and crack one.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball, like any sport, to me, it's one of those games that it's big on momentum. And when I say that, I won't say what teams, but I watched a team in the state championship last year in Akron. They had the momentum the entire game until that last inning. The other team was up to bat, and they got some momentum. They got 2 hits.
That's probably the team. So we lost to Lake Center.
It was Perkins.
Okay,
yeah,
Lake Center had
a
Perkins.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it was Perkins.
You're
and I want to
okay.
say like Lake Catholic or something like that. I know, but it was. I think they were D2 or D3.
I think that's what's helping us though into this season. Like we played Lake Center Christian, and that's who had the dude that they're 95. He's back. I mean, their whole team's back. They're locked and loaded. But after he got that hit, we scored 2 runs in that first inning.
Yeah,
and it was huge.
I mean, you
we
start
go
to
up,
feel yourself. Anybody can hit.
We
them.
went up 3-1. We felt really good about ourselves. Now that's a team that they're loaded.
Yeah,
and I mean, you got 95 being shoved at you for 3.5 innings. We knocked him out, and they brought another kid in he's shoving mid-80s and big curveball. But we ended up losing 4-3. Played a fantastic, clean baseball game. It was just a good game where one hit didn't fall for us, or our power hitter we had last year just missed a home run to opposite field. But that team had a 2-run lead in the 7th inning in the state championship game against Berlin Highland, and they ended up giving up 3 and losing. So it's one of those, like, man, we know we don't try to put the pressure on them. We got, between myself and my 3 assistants, we can go out and kind of find ways to. All of our assistants and myself have different ways of getting the point across. They'll smile because they can think of each coach. My one assistant had to jump him yesterday. My other assistant went out, and when he was on the mound Saturday in our scrimmage, like, everything's coming across different, but they all know that we all mean the same thing. We're all there trying to help them and mold them to be able to handle pressure moments.
So what makes Rittman special this year for you guys, this season?
I'd say like the chemistry we have, because I mean, like, we have three freshmen starting, but like we know, I'd say we all know and like we all get along with each other. So I feel like just having that chemistry with us, like, it's really helpful, because we know, like, hey, like, if this happens, like, we know there's people here that are going to pick you up and not just discourage you the whole time. Like, if you have bad chemistry with somebody, it's just not going to be as fun. Like, so when we're all working together, having fun, it's just a whole different atmosphere.
Yeah, to add on to our team chemistry, we all play multiple sports, so we all know each other's tendencies, body language, and we try to pick each other up from that. And that we're all buddies, so we just pick on each other and have a good time out there.
Do you guys have any pregame rituals, pregame superstitions, either pre or during the game? Because I know, me growing up early to mid 90s, 3 kids get a hit in a row. We're throwing our rally caps on. We're putting the hat inside out. That was our thing that we did. So is there any? It doesn't have to necessarily be anything goofy like that. But do you guys have any, like, every pregame I'm doing this, or before the game I'm doing this, and then once we get that game going, you have this superstition that you always seem to fall back on?
Well, before every game, he has a mixtape, and it's normally some, like, sometimes like Shawn Mendes, and it's like more like our, like, white girl music and
okay
stuff.
Dude, and second time we've heard that.
Yeah, we love it. Like,
yeah,
we'll get out sometimes we'll get out there, we'll have like a little dance circle, in front of our dugout, just to, like, clear our heads and get, like, our minds, like, ready to have like a nice vibe and like give us some momentum going into a game.
10 years ago, I'd have lost my mind seeing kids do that. Now it's just I understand the reality of it. They're getting loose. It's relaxing them, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So
How important is that because, the game already, obviously you want to win. There's a lot of tense moments in it. How important is that truly in any sport to relax before you go out there and execute what you have
in a
to
game
do?
of baseball, it's a game of failure.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in the pros, you can fail 7 out of 10 times and you make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So for these guys, I try to tell them, like, stay as loose as possible. We preach, next pitch, next at bat, next inning. We try to play it inning by inning. I'll tell them guys, hey, let's go win an inning. That way the pressure of winning the game, we're going to try to take it pitch by pitch, at bat by bat, and even inning by inning. So we hope that relieves a little bit, but I don't know about you guys, but what do you got?
We like to say out there when someone makes an error or strikes out, have a memory of a goldfish.
Okay.
So just
very short, which I've been told, I think.
Yep. Just forget about it. Focus on the next one because you don't want to be too caught up on the last at bat when you're up to plate and we have someone in scoring position. We need them. We need the run.
Yeah, it's like you just gotta be relaxed and because if you're tensed up and you get like a ball and you're just sitting there thinking like, oh, I really hope I make this play. I really hope I make this play. There's most times you're gonna mess it up because you're thinking about that. You're thinking that you're gonna mess it up. So like you're most likely gonna mess it up. You just gotta think like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I know I can field this ball. I know I can make the play. Like you just gotta relax and know that, like, trust yourself.
Yeah, trust that process. And
one of the things we've preached this year with these guys is inside the lines, we only talk baseball. I think in years past we've had some guys out there they're talking about going to get wings or whose
what are we
house they're
doing
going
after
to
this?
or whatnot. And so this year we've tried to change that vibe to just, hey, only baseball talk in between the lines. And if we're talking about baseball, that means we're talking next play, where the ball's going, what this guy did. It keeps them a little bit more focused. And when you're focused, you don't have that time to think about, oh, crud, my last at bat I swung and missed, or I got sorted, or these guys over here making fun of me because they don't have that opportunity to think about that when they're constantly having conversations about baseball out there. So
that's awesome. So do you guys have any hopes, ambitions, dreams, or already are looking at playing a sport, maybe baseball, after high school?
For me, no. My brother...
Is that a strong no, or like if something comes up?
Maybe if something comes up. My brother also went to Rittman. He graduated. He played baseball. He went to Welch for a year. He walked on, played baseball, and he didn't keep doing that. So I don't really know what I will do with my baseball career in the future.
If the opportunity came, though, do you think you'd take a swipe at it?
I'd try it.
Okay. He's like, yeah, I'll try it and see how it goes. Odin, what about you, man?
So I'm going to college. I mean, I'm not like committed or anything like that, but I think I'm gonna try and walk on and see if I can play baseball at Akron.
Okay.
But
awesome.
If not, I'll probably play for the club team because I have a buddy. He plays for the club team up there. So, and I'm playing men's league softball in Rittman.
Okay.
So I'm already signed up for that.
Are you playing? I played in a Rittman softball league. Is it
Jesus.
There's like two. I think it's 2 fields. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Industrial park.
Yep. The industrial park. I won a championship the one year. We were in like the low. We were in the low one, and it was funny because we won that, and then the winner has to go up to the next division, and some of them teams we played, I'm like, dude. There's guys half swinging, and it's going like 100 feet over those fences. I'm like, I don't know how they're doing it, but okay.
Yeah. I started playing at the end of the season last year because my
coach is sitting over here like, dude, it's killing his swing. It's a bigger ball.
Well, my dad plays, so and his team needed some players, or like he knew another team that needed a player, and so I just figured I'll go play because. Why not? I have nothing.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. So
softball it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I'm signed up for that for this summer whenever I can, based off my travel ball schedule. But
Coach, what do you think about that, man? I mean, there's
I'm
gotta
just
be
shaking my head because I know there's the lack of seriousness. So
yeah.
if he wants to have fun, I'm not gonna judge. I played baseball as long as I could until my shoulder literally told me I couldn't play anymore, and then I found myself down in those same industrial park fields playing for a couple years too.
So he knows.
I laugh.
Yeah.
I know where they're at. I think they both could play in college, but college is something that it's a whole different animal.
It is.
You find out real quick when they say that your sport is your religion. It literally is, and you've got to be willing to give everything you got. And these two they're very smart kids. I think you're going for an engineer. Yeah. And computers or electrical or what was it that you were doing?
CNC machinery.
Yeah. So I mean, they're both going for jobs that you got to put some hours in the school, and so I understand that, and I hope that they can have fun and enjoy their last year with us. So
well, good, awesome. So Spencer, if you do pull that trigger and try to play baseball in college, and Odin, if you do try out for Akron, what is that mindset that you have to transition to, and how has playing baseball at Rittman with Coach helped you to kind of get to that stage and then be successful on that stage?
I know college level is a whole different environment. It's work with your sport. And I know that with our morning practices we have before the season started and the Sundays, that when you put in work, you'll see the results.
It's like, just like those morning workouts, like for us, they're optional, but like when you get to that next level, it's gonna be mandatory. You're gonna have to be able to, wake up and show up and do what you have to do to, really play at that next level. Because it's like he said, it's a whole different animal from high school to college, and it's a lot of work. So I mean, you just gotta take it step by step.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to transition. And actually, CJ added a question on here that I really like, and we should probably start asking, because we do this at my work as well. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, hopefully, with my mechanical engineering technologies degree from Akron.
Hopefully we get some public speaking, so you guys stop saying
Yeah. Oh, hey,
we did take that class.
I do it too. The one podcast CJ and I did, I was like, I really got to stop saying.
Yeah, well, we took a public speaking class.
I get it. They're nerds. Both of these guys are not the traditional talkers. So go ahead, Ed.
So, hopefully I get that degree, and then with like the programs they have at Akron, I should be able to make quite a bit of money during my school, and then I've got like scholarships and grants, so I'm not paying.
Awesome.
I'll pay like $2,000 a year at Akron.
Dude, that's
the nice thing for these guys, and this will be a plug for anybody that would love to come to Rittman.
Here you go.
They're going to go to school with so many college credits. Rittman offers way more than any of these schools around here.
Really?
We had a kid who transferred over and played for us from Wadsworth. And the amount of schooling that he was able to get here at Rittman, he ended up literally being able to graduate in 2 years. Dang. Because they have so much college. I mean, if they wanted to go and take a full load, they could be done in 2.5 years. I mean, it's crazy. It's the amount of schooling that we get. I mean, and they don't pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the great thing.
And that's the big one is pay. Because I like college 20 years ago. When I was, let's see, I'm 36, 20. Yeah. So almost 20 years ago, a little bit less. Like, it was expensive then. And it's only gotten more expensive. So I'm going to plug at the government. Let's not make college so expensive, please. See, I said So in terms of the engineering degree that you want to pursue, what are some of the specific career avenues and choices you can make?
So with mechanical engineering, it's more wide. Like it's a much broader category. So you could get like mechanical and then minor in like automotive or technology, and you could go into so many different fields. And even with like just the mechanical degree, you could still go into basically anything you really want as long as they like want you. Okay. So like you could go work on cars, and like designing and figuring out like better ways to like make like with aerodynamics or something like that, because I think I want to do something with like technology or cars whenever I'm done with and have a degree. So it's more broad. You can do a lot of different things.
Awesome. Spencer, what about you?
Right now I do half days at a career center for Wayne County. So I have college classes in the morning, and then I go to my trade class in the afternoon. And with that, I work with machines creating parts. So I'm job interviewing right now. I actually have one tomorrow, so hopefully that goes good.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah. And out of that, I'm going for apprenticeship programs.
Okay.
So I'll be working, getting money, but also learning on the job. And hopefully that will lead me to a journeyman, and I'll make big bucks out of that.
So is that where you see yourself in 5 years, a journeyman?
Yeah.
Okay. So take me through an average normal day for both of you, from wake up to go to bed.
On a school day for me.
Yeah, let's specify, because I need two different answers. I need a school day and then a weekend.
Okay.
Because we all know that is so much different.
Yeah. For a school day for me, wake up at 7:30, go to my 2 college classes, English class. I get out of that. I go to the gym between my break from high school classes to the career center. I go to that till about 2:30. Head over to baseball practice. We do that. Then we lift after that. And then go home, homework, food, shower, bed. Weekend days.
This is going to be good, I feel like.
Wake up at about like 10.
Yeah, there it is.
10:30.
Must be on Sunday, because Saturday I get them up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, wake up in time for baseball practice. Hopefully not be late for that. Usually I lift after that. Then I just chill the rest of the day, hang out with my girlfriend until later, and then...
Wait, so you are a 3-sport athlete. 2-sport athlete. You take college courses.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the career center, and you have time for a girlfriend? I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right.
And you didn't mention Topgolf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
I gotta get my golf game.
Okay. Yeah, and so, and dude, because golf can be like extremely consuming as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good.
During the summertime, I worked at a golf course, so...
Which one?
Rawega.
I like Rawega.
It's kind of gone down. Yeah, because since the cemetery next to it bought it, but I worked there just because I could just golf for free every day.
You get to golf for free?
Yeah.
Like, hold on. With a cart or without a cart?
With the cart.
Oh. Are they hiring? Because I'll get a summer job.
They are.
Are they really?
Yeah, my mom sent me the job.
I'm about to put that app in tomorrow. Yes. They need a groundskeeper. I'll do anything for 18 in a cart.
Yeah, so I've been working there for about... This last summer was my 3rd summer. So if I have like a morning shift, get there, and then in the afternoon I'll golf, and I'll do the opposite if I'm working in the evening.
Yeah. Odin, take me through the weekday and the weekend day.
All right, so the weekday kind of be whatever I want, because I have 2 college classes a day. Well, I have 4 classes, but 2 of them are completely online, so I can do whenever I want.
This is another plug for anybody that wants to come to Rittman that's an athlete. Listen, he goes to school for 2 periods.
Hold on.
Yeah, I have
4 classes total and 2 are online?
Yeah.
I should have moved there a long time ago. Are you kidding me?
The other 2 are 8th and 9th period. So it's like the last 2 periods of the school day. So I'm there my first class starts at 1:06. And then it ends at 2:38, but both of those classes don't even go the full time, so I'm there for probably a total of like 43 minutes.
And we're open campus for these college kids, so if they're college, they don't have to come except for their college class.
Except for that.
Other than that, they're go where they want.
So normally I try to wake up around 9:30, and then I'll shower.
It's not a bad time, 9:30.
Yeah. Well, then there's times I don't want to get up, so then I'll just shut my alarms off and go back to bed. I'll wake up 10:30, 11, and then I'll shower. Then I'll go downstairs, make some food. Normally like some salmon or like some toast and stuff like that. But then I'll probably watch YouTube, and then maybe play some video games here and there.
What video games?
Well, right now I just got MLB The Show.
26?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get that. I heard it's good.
So I got
Is
that.
it worth it?
I'm not good at the game, so I wouldn't ask me.
Well, I finally got the 2K golf that CJ and I have need to play, and I do like my career.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, I must have put it on the easiest setting because I went online and I played somebody, and my first hit, I'm sure the guy was laughing at me because it was horrible.
Yeah.
So I've been practicing at that. So it sounds like I'm gonna have to practice with the show too.
Yeah. So it's like I'll play video games. There's times like I have a golf net at my house, so I'll go outside and I'll hit golf balls into that, and then I have like a little thing I could put in my golf club. It'll track my shots and stuff like that. But then I'll go to school around.
Wait, we're still talking a weekday, right?
Yeah, it's normal school day.
Okay, I'm like, man.
I basically I could do whatever I want during the day until like 12:45. I'll get my car, go up to school for class, and then I'll go to practice, and then I'll go home, shower, and I might eat, maybe not, and then I'll wait till my girlfriend's done with softball, and then go over to her house till like 10:15, be home by 10:30.
10:30 curfew, very good.
Yeah, and then weekends, well, so Saturdays I'll wake up before practice, but Sundays I just kind of wake up probably 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that's good nooner sleeping. I like that.
Yeah, but Saturdays after baseball I'll like shower, and then if like my girlfriend works on Saturdays, so I'll pick her up from work at like 10 o'clock. But during that like 5-hour period when she's working, I'll be at my grandparents' house, normally with my brother, and we'll go to their house, play like they have a dartboard in their basement, ping pong, they got mini hoop basketball. They're getting a pool table.
Nice.
So we just kind of go up there, do whatever we want, and then I'll pick her up, go back to her house, and then get home by like 1 o'clock. 1:30 sometimes, depending on how my mom's.
Are we talking? We're talking AM, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on how generous my mom is.
Okay.
And then Sunday, I gotta be home by 10:30 though, because it's technically a school night.
Yeah.
I don't have to be there till 1 o'clock, so I think I should stay later.
Right. You're gonna have to work on that sales pitch with mom.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much my mom; it's more my dad. My mom's fine with me doing that stuff, but my dad.
It's not bad having rules like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand.
Teaches responsibility.
Yeah.
So, you guys are telling me about your weekdays and your weekends, and I probably should say because we joke and we laugh, but in all seriousness, how hard did you guys work throughout your high school career to get this reward of taking college courses, being able to earn that right to sleep in? Because let's face it, the vast majority of high school kids, they're probably getting up at 6:30, 7 to go to school. So like, what did you guys have to do? Like, how much work did you have to put in to get a great reward like that?
For me, the college classes, the variety you can take are based off your ACT scores. So my freshman year, my mom made me study for the ACT. And when I took that my freshman year, I got the scores that I needed to take college classes my sophomore year.
Awesome.
So I've been doing college classes since sophomore till now. So I have a lot of college credits built up. And I've been just staying consistent with homework, grades, keep them up so that I could keep getting what I earned.
So I skipped a year for math. So when I went and took like my honors math class, it was a lot harder, especially because is with Mr. Snyder. He's our track coach.
Okay.
He's a really good teacher, but I will say he assigns a lot of homework.
Yeah.
Like our first day of school, we had 68 problems due the next day, and so it was a lot. But I mean, it's definitely worth it to really like try and push yourself and get those grades. So like when I go to take the ACT my freshman year,
yeah,
there's stuff on there that I do know because normally you don't take it till junior year, which is when you should know most of the things on it. So being able to take it as a freshman and know, like, actually knowing some of the stuff on there and being able to understand it's definitely a privilege. And then I took it. I didn't get all the scores I needed to get sophomore year college academy, but I was able to do it. I took it again like sophomore year and was able to get scores that I wanted and was able to like take part as a junior and senior. So
well, kudos, guys.
A lot of hard work though.
It sounds like you guys put a lot of hard work in, and you guys deserve some kudos for that. Let's kind of wrap it up here. Let's do some rapid fire questions. I always like doing this. Favorite movie? All three of you guys.
Of all time?
Yep. Favorite, and it doesn't have to be. So we talk sports here, but it doesn't necessarily have to be sports because my top 5 of movies, they're not even sports movies. Let's just be honest. So it doesn't have to be. Give me a sports movie, but then like your top one.
I think my favorite sports movie to watch is like Benchwarmers.
Hey, hands him a note with $100. Says I'm 13.
That's just entertainment right there. That or sports-wise dodgeball.
Okay,
those are just great watches. But
Globo Gym, great. Ben Stiller, awesome.
Goodman. But my favorite all-time movie would probably be like Whiplash.
Okay.
The movie about like a drummer trying to make it through a music school.
I just watched that it's probably like a month or two, and it'd been out for a while. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a good one. Odin, what do you got, man? Hit me good.
Sports is between Sandlot and Benchwarmers.
Okay.
But all time, I don't even really know. I like to watch like Tom and Jerry. I like to watch like
nothing wrong with that.
Shows like stuff like that. That's what I just think they're like funny and
okay.
That's what I like to watch.
Coach, what do you got? Because I know you're
sports movie. We're gonna go For the Love of the Game.
Okay.
Big. I know it's a big chick flick, but it's a great movie. You know, Kevin Costner throwing a no hitter in Yankee Stadium. It don't get any better than that. And then all time. Oh man, I'd say any of the Hangovers. Those are all. If
you had to pick,
they're on all the time, and so my wife's always like, "Of course you're watching that again," but it's always on. Love it. So,
favorite food.
Like I like seafood. I like seafood like crab or scallops, but I like steak too.
My grandma's biscuits and gravy.
Ooh,
there you go.
Homemade. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling that one. That's probably damn good, isn't it?
Yeah. It happens like once every 3 months. And you got to wake up early. Too.
Coach, what do you got?
Anything on the grill.
Anything on the grill? Okay. Let's see here. Favorite sports team? Like your number one?
Cavs.
Cavs?
Ohio State.
Football?
Yeah, probably Ohio State or Indians/Guardians. However you want to go, you know.
What's your prediction on our Buckeyes this year then, since you're a big Ohio State guy? I think they got us. I think the number right now is 9. The over-under is 9.5. I almost feel like that's kind of disrespectful, but maybe a little bit warranted.
We just need to go all the way back. We just need to run it back.
Same.
All the way.
I went to that playoff game with Miami, and I was just like, my daughter and I actually tried getting CJ to go. He couldn't go. He couldn't get out of work for some weird reason. But my daughter and I, we drove down the night before, got there the day of, took a nap, and I'm like, it's New Year's Eve. We're gonna win. And I hate Miami.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then we're watching the game. I'm like, maybe I'm bad luck.
Seems like every time we play on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
going back to the Georgia game when the kid missed the kick at the ball drop. So,
but I agree with you. We gotta run it back. All right, so we did favorite food, favorite movie. What's your favorite hobby other than golf though, and baseball, and video games, and hanging out with girlfriends and sleeping in?
For me, it'd be like hiking or any outdoors type activity because my mom has made me do that all my life basically growing up.
Okay.
So I just like being outside, I guess.
Honest, doing anything with like my family. I like spending time with my family because it's pretty fun, especially when we get like everyone together. Then like people start like teasing each other and stuff like that. And then it's pretty funny at times. Like when we have family dinners at my grandparents' house, it's pretty funny to watch.
You got a pretty big family?
Yeah, because it's like so my mom's my mom's mom, like my grandma, she was married and then they divorced, she married someone else, and so it's like a split family.
Okay.
But we're all really close to where it like you can't even really tell that, like if you just saw us, you'd never know that we were split.
Spencer, where's the coolest place your mom has forced you to go hiking?
Let's go Glacier National Park.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
We had a road trip summer. We drove all the way out there to Idaho and Wyoming. That was the haul.
I gotta ask, you see any brown bears?
Mm-hmm.
How far were they away from you?
Like 10 feet. We were in the car.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They were walking by. We saw a couple buffalo.
Monsters, aren't they?
Oh, they're scary.
Huge. That's weird you say that. And so I have a family member that lives out there and she hikes and she's like, I see him all the time. I'm like, you're nuts.
Yeah.
But for some weird reason lately, I've been watching brown bear videos on YouTube, and I watched one of these two brown bears fighting, and I just was like, just in shock and awe at the size, power, and like their ferociousness. And you're telling me you're in a car, and dude, it's just glass. Like they could probably break that glass by tapping on it. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Yeah, Did you ever see any when you were out hiking?
No, not when we're out hiking, but we were prepared with bear spray.
Okay, very good.
We had bear strapped.
Just a big canister.
Yeah, she was strapped.
Coach, what about you?
Hobbies. So I have a wife and 2 kids. My daughter is 12 and my son's 9. So we love doing things together. My parents live in Naples, Florida, so we love making trips to Naples. We normally
vacation spot.
We normally go there for a month in the summer, and that's kind of like our thing we look forward to every year. And we go there at Christmas time, and then individually, mine is golf. But
anybody around a par in here without handicaps?
I tell these kids all
like
the time, I'll school them on the golf course.
That's not true.
No, I suck, but I'm not good.
They want to play me in the Oculus.
Yeah,
you know, they think the Oculus golf. Real
we'll
golf.
play you on the course.
Real golf.
Well, listen,
take you down.
What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do a follow up here in like June or July, and we'll get out on the golf course and we'll see who comes out on top.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Works with me.
It'll be this guy.
No, we won't.
I was a member at Rawego, and it was a country club for 10 years, and I play out there all the time. I see him. I always see him when he's working. So tell him what's up.
All right, last question, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. Do you guys have like a favorite motto or a saying that kind of always comes to your mind, or something you think about when sports are tough or life is getting tough, that kind of, remind you why you're doing what you're doing?
So my tattoo, I have Philippians 4:13 on like right on my wrist.
Okay.
And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, which is kind of something I like to like kind of live by, because it's like you get one shot at life.
Yeah,
so
you get one life. Yeah.
You might as well just try and do everything you can while you're here.
I wouldn't say I really have like a quote that I go by every day, but I feel like when I tell myself every day is on to the next.
Very good. Coach, what do you got?
I've had several over the years. This year, these guys, I've kind of went with one this year. It's that losers make excuses, winners find a way. And it's something that I want to try to push this year with these guys. You're playing, both these guys are infielders. Spencer's at the hot corner. If a ball hits a rock and kicks away, don't come in and tell me that the ball hit a rock. I need you to come in and be like, hey, next one I got. So awesome. We're going to try to flip the script a little bit. Like I said, mentally, it's just such a such a tough game mentally. And so
It is.
I figure with that quote right there, we can kind of try to flip the script and try to stay positive and find a way without making excuses. We live in a day and age where everything you ask, somebody's got an excuse. Somebody wants to argue. So we want to try to get away from that and just go into, hey, headspace, stay with it.
Take that extreme ownership.
Yep.
Which I'm going to plug it. I won't say who wrote it, but if you guys ever get a chance, read that book, Extreme Ownership. Awesome book. Okay. Well, I got nothing more for you guys. You got anything?
No.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is another podcast we got in the books. I think it's like 8, 9, or 10. It's 10. Sorry. I haven't. It's been like 2 weeks, CJ. So, I mean, you're making the folks wait because you were sick. But again, I'd like to thank everybody that tunes in, watches, subscribes, likes, everything like that. I want to thank these guys for coming out, taking time on a weekday. I know you guys probably had a really rough day at school today.
We're on spring break this week, so they had practice, field work, and lifting today.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's a strenuous day. But again, thank you guys for coming out on the podcast. Hopefully we guys get you back on here at the end of the season. Also, because I'm telling you right now, I want to see this golf showdown. And I also want to send a special shout out to a lot of the wrestlers, especially Aria, who was a state champ at the OACs, and our Wadsworth guys, our Barberding guys, our Medina guys, for doing a heck of a job. It's a tough sport, and they showed why they are some of the best out there. So until we see you guys again, the next episode will be coming up. Have a good one.